Throughout league history, there has been a plentiful amount of talent. However, some players' careers just didn't pan out the way they wanted to due to uncontrollable injuries. Today, we are looking at 4 players who were robbed of their full potential because of those injuries. What's going on, guys? Ball Till Fall back here with another video. Before we get into the video, just make sure to hit that like button and also don't forget to subscribe as we are about to approach 1,000 subscribers. With all that being said, let's get right into the video. The first player on this list is Chinese icon Yao Ming, who was drafted first overall by the Houston Rockets in the 2002 NBA Draft. Standing at an astonishing 7'6", Ming's impact mirrored his stature as he was named Rookie of the Year and an All-Star in his inaugural season on American soil. Although Ming's height was menacing on the floor, his sheer size made him susceptible to injuries throughout his career. This was evident following his rookie season as the monstrous center underwent a series of broken bones in his first 7 seasons with the Rockets. The most serious of them all came in the 2009 NBA playoffs, with Ming breaking his foot, ruling him out for the remainder of the postseason and signaling the beginning of the end of his career. His foot never healed properly, and Ming was unfortunately forced to retire in 2011, less than a decade in the association. Although his prime was cut short, Ming was still a dominant force during his stint in the NBA, so much that he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in the year of 2016. It's obvious he could have put together a more accomplished career if it wasn't for injuries, but still managed to average 19 points per game and 9.2 rebounds per game while making 8 All-Star appearances and being named to 5 All-NBA teams during his playing days. Staying with big men who had their prime cut short, Andrew Bynum is next up on the list. Selected with the 10th overall pick in the 2005 NBA Draft by the Los Angeles Lakers, Bynum remains a name consistently brought up in discussions around players who had the potential of being one of the very best at their position if it wasn't for the injuries. He couldn't stay consistently healthy at any stage of his 9-year career, battling knee issues that eventually forced him out of the league. The only time Bynum played over 65 games was in his sophomore year, where he featured in all 82 regular season contests. Despite his ongoing problems trying to stay on the court, he was nothing short of outstanding when at his best. Bynum's greatest moments came as a key contributor to the Lakers' 2009 and 2010 championship runs, but was also named to an All-NBA second team and earned an All-Star selection in 2012. Since departing the league in 2014, Bynum made a series of attempts to rekindle his NBA career, but was unfortunately unsuccessful in a return. He finished with career averages of 11.5 points per game and 7.7 rebounds per game in just 418 games. Brandon Roy. To this day, Brandon Roy remains one of the biggest what-if stories in league history. Selected by the Portland Trail Blazers in 2006, Roy immediately established himself as a premier shooting guard in the league en route to Rookie of the Year honors in year number 1. The first real star for the Blazers since Clyde Drexler, Roy was one of the first new age guards with an uncanny ability to score the ball, pairing it with rare athletic gifts and a stealth-like killer instinct. Unfortunately for the basketball world, his prime was prematurely taken away due to a degenerative knee condition that had no long-term cure. He began experiencing trouble in 2008 when he had to get a piece of cartilage removed from his left knee. By the middle of the next season, he suffered a bone bruise and a meniscus tear in his right knee and had to undergo surgery. Sadly, Roy's knees wore down to the point where there was no cartilage left. Come 2011, Roy had to say goodbye to the game of basketball, and with it, a potential all-time career wasted. He did make a comeback just a year later, but only lasted 5 games after clashing knees in a preseason game against the Milwaukee Bucks, which re-aggravated his condition. Nevertheless, Roy did leave us with many memories despite his short prime, and retired with averages of 18.8 points per game, 4.3 rebounds per game, and 4.7 assists per game. He featured in 3 All-Star games and earned All-NBA honors on 2 separate occasions. Last but not least, we have Oden, who unlike others, never had a real chance to even get his career off the ground. Oden was supposed to be the next great big man in the league after being the #1 overall pick in the 2007 NBA draft, but missed his rookie season due to a knee injury that required surgery. To give a perspective on how great Oden was anticipated to be, he was the surefire #1 pick ahead of legendary scorer Kevin Durant on draft night. Less than 3 months after being drafted, Oden had microfracture surgery on his right knee, which caused him to miss his entire first season. The next year, a foot injury delayed the start of his rookie season, but he did play 61 games before another knee surgery cost him the end of that campaign. Oden had the best year of his career in the 2009-2010 season, if you can consider 21 games a year. Another knee injury cost him 3/4 of that season, then a second microfracture surgery came in the fall of 2010. Oden only scored 20 points in a game 3 times for Portland. He had 15 rebounds only 3 times and blocked 5 shots only twice. His injury timeline resulted in the Blazers eventually cutting him in 2012, and Oden was subsequently labeled as one of the biggest draft busts in NBA history. In limited time throughout just 105 games, he managed to put up 8 points per game and 6.2 rebounds per game, but one must wonder what he would have been if he had healthy knees. Which one of these players do you think would have had the best career if it wasn't for injuries? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos.